One way to advance spiritually is to notice inner changes in the way we respond and what thoughts become available to us, what motivates us, what we agree with. We notice these changes and we can thank our Creator for them. I recently went through a teaching where it went over every little detail of what was going to be needed to build the temple in Jerusalem, the first temple. So all the instructions, and also the tabernacle, the instructions to build the tabernacle given to Moses. And these minute details to the physical temple are correspondences to the minute details in our inner temple. So, my latest notice, what life is showing me about me. I used to do those posts all the time on Facebook, but no Facebook. I stopped that a while ago. I closed that account. However, I continue to notice these minute changes. And the latest change in me that I've seen helps me understand what my driving force was and what it is now. So most of my life, I've woken up, my adult life, I wake up and I resist it. No. Oh, no. I'm here again. Oh, no. And so then the thoughts attach themselves. This is why I don't want to wake up to this world. This is why I don't want to get out of bed. This is why I don't want to do things. And so that resistance requires that for me to get out of bed, I feel under duress. So my entire life experience was being under duress. I have to force myself to get out of bed in resistance to these thoughts that are resistant to me getting out of bed. So, oh, no, there's this mess waiting me, a dirty diaper from a child, or, oh, and they need me. I gotta go prepare a meal for these children. I have to answer to this one. Oh my goodness, my mate is going to be waking up soon, and then I'm gonna have to face whatever it is that they bring in the morning. And so, but I can't neglect the children, I can't neglect the mate, I can't do this. So I have to force myself through the force that is keeping me wanting to stay in bed. So now I draw closer to the Creator. I develop a new perspective in alignment with His as to why I am existing on the earth. It is giving me time to come into alignment, become obedient, to become that new person. And so waking up, why am I waking up? Why am I going about my day? So my Creator can love me. So He'd show me love. And that love grows within me and becomes reflected outside of me. So now I've established a new pattern. I'm not exerting energy to get out of bed. I can bound out of bed. Okay, this is what we're doing today. What is our Creator going to use life to show me about me today? And it becomes something to look forward to. Even though I gotta face unpleasantness, I say a prayer first. I might have to go encounter this person and it's uncomfortable. They're always trying to impose themselves on me, and I don't like it. So please go ahead of me and give me how to respond if a response is necessary. And he answers those prayers like he is right there. Those answers, he has everything lined up for my day to facilitate me in accomplishing, being successful in changing who I am and how I experience life on this earth. But what I've noticed the past few days is the first thing waiting for me is anger. And I have resisted anger my entire life because I grew up in a very violent home environment. So for me, there are 3 responses to trauma. It is fight, flight, or freeze. Me, I freeze, and then I find a way to fly, to escape, to get out of it. And that worked for me. Our Creator has adjusted my perception to understand that sometimes I need to set my face, and I do need to respond in a strong way to set a line, a barrier. This is an assault on me. I prefer that it not continue. Stop now. But along with that comes all the thoughts that want me to be more aggressive. And it occurred to me that, when you're angry, it's a fire, it's a strength that you don't have a sensation of. It is not stronger than the love and the spirit that comes from our Creator. If we are weak physically, like me, and I can't on my own, I know that I'm not going to be able to lift heavy things. But if I pray that El Shaddai, which means Almighty, the strong one, if he could lend me some of his might so that I can accomplish this task, he gives it to me. That opens avenues within me for strength, thoughts of strength, acts of strength that were not available to me previously. And so the opposition wants to come in and introduce thoughts like, oh, that just happened to wake me up, or while I'm on the edge of sleep. They like to get you in the in-betweens. Start introducing those thoughts before you come fully awake. And then, for example, my cat didn't used to wake me up in the morning. But now when I'm on the edge of sleep, she comes and she starts batting my face and meowing and maybe licking and trying to suckle on me. And I don't do that I don't like that. So many people love when their animals do that, but I do not. Okay, come sit on my lap. I will pet you. I will love you. I will tell you how useful you are in my experience, how it benefits me, and how much I appreciate that, and that I thank this animal for being here with me. But when you're on the edge of sleep and the first thoughts that enter your mind is, what a pain in the butt, how disgusting, I need to get this away from me, the temptation, the movement is generally towards a more violent act. And I do not want to act in violence towards the souls in my care and keeping that have been entrusted with me. And so then it occurs to me that other people use that strength, that fire of anger, to get themselves out of bed. They're not feeling weak. They're feeling strong by this resentment, this hatred, this fire. And so they get out of bed much stronger. But because they have to maintain relationships, they rein in, they resist the anger, they put a smile on their face, and they say loving things, and they go about their day doing it. But it's a facade that takes up more energy because there's resistance. They're holding back anger the whole time. They hate you. The thoughts in their head say, I hate you, I can't stand you, I don't want to be anywhere near you, I don't want to deal with you, I just want to go off, do my own thing, and be alone. And they're holding that back. So it's like riding a horse that wants to buck and rear and run, but you're in a parade or you're in a show, and so you got to put on a good show. And you got to keep the people around you safe. And so you're holding on to the reins, and your whole body is engaged in holding back. And so that's why people, they snap. They become short-tempered. It's like out of the blue. Dude, I was just talking to you, and you say one thing they don't like, and all of a sudden they're just ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. And that used to terrify me. Now I know where it stems from. So we live in a reality that is a duality, good and evil. And so we would think the good is the freeze and flee, the resistance to waking, or the evil, which some people think are good, is that fire, that anger, that strength to get them out of bed, but that they have to resist because they have to appear civil. They have to appear righteous. They have to appear good. Both contain resistance and put us on the edge of evil, because it is evil not to act when it's necessary to act, and it is evil to act when it is not necessary to act. And so we have to come to that place at peace and alignment with our Creator each and every morning before we engage with anybody or anything or any activity. Because if we sow anger into our food, if we sow fear into our food, so one side we feed fear and reluctance and resistance, and the other we sow anger and resistance, we are poisoning our environment with these suppressed and repressed emotions. And so we want to come to center. We want to understand everything exists for a reason, and after the creation of everything, our Creator said it is good. And so it is good that anger exists. It is good that pausing, stopping to take consideration before taking action exists. Both of these things are good. But when we do not understand their place in our experience, then they are evil. They work against us. They harm us. And they harm the world around us. So it is good to ask, what is getting me out of bed in the morning? Am I forcing myself out of bed? Or am I bringing anger and hatred, like just pure nasty energy, that fiery strength to get out of bed? And that will reveal to us why we draw to us anger throughout the day, argument, obstacles, frustrations, aggravating behavior from other people throughout our days. And so I hope this helps you understand the importance of being self-aware, self-conscious, and these little tent pegs of our inner temple, these little fasteners, these little doorknobs, these little hooks, these little nails. It's either a nail in our coffin or it's a nail in the bridge to life and freedom because Torah is the perfect law of liberty, and we want that liberty in, often people say, in Messiah, in or under the shadow of our Creator. We can say either, because they are both the same, whichever makes you more comfortable. I like to be under the shadow of my Creator because that is who our Messiah directs us to the Father. I have made your name known. I have made you known. And that is the Messiah's purpose. That is his intention. That is his passion. That is his heartfelt desire. And if we share the same desire, then we are as one with him. We are his bride. We are his mate for life.